ACL under 19. We have the Kiwi Warriors take on the Pakistani Sultans. It's going to be a 10-over shootout, and the captains have arrived for the toss. The captain of Kiwi Warriors, Harry Kidd. Alongside him, the captain of Pakistani Sultans, Afzal. And to oversee the toss, we have Manjinder and Frankie. The coin will go up now.
Tails.
Tails is the call. What is it, Manjinder?
It's tails.
And tails it is. What have you decided to do, Harry?
We're going to have a bat first again. Yeah.
Do you think the rain would have played a part in changing the surface a little bit?
Yeah, I think it could have. I just really like our chances of setting a good total first, and then defending that with our good bowlers.
Today you wouldn't want to chase a total down after winning the toss and choosing to bat first like you did yesterday?
Yeah, I feel like that worked pretty well. We got 140 on the board, which we thought was a pretty good score at the time, and it almost was good enough.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, we'll back our chances today.
Starting off with a super over. Any changes in the side for today though?
Yeah, 3 changes. We've got Vinny... Oh no, we've got Vinny, Eddie and Jay making way, and then Ryan, Sam McKee and one more. Yeah, they're coming in.
We'll take care of that in the commentary, don't worry about that. Have a lovely one ahead and all the very best. It's a very important game for you.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
Afzal, what would you have done had the coin flip fallen in your favour?
I think I got it right because I wanted to bowl first, new wicket. So yeah, I got it right.
What's a good total here that you would like to chase? Something that you want to restrict the opposition within?
Maybe we try to restrict them like under 80 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The team's doing really well. The captaincy seems to be growing on you as well. Any changes in the side for this particular contest?
Yeah, one change the Abdur Rahman is not playing. Muhammad Ali Najibi is in as an all-rounder. So just a depth in the batting.
Give us a good game.
Thank you.
So the news from the centre. It's the Kiwi Warriors who won the toss and they've decided to bat first. ACL Under 19, we come to you live from Delton Park, Wollongong. The Kiwi Warriors taking on the Pakistani Sultans, winning the toss, choosing to bat first. The Warriors, first ball. And that'll be a wide delivery. Extra bit of bounce, pace is always a boon, but in this case, it was a bane. I'm Suhas Vedan, joined by Grant O'Hara. Very warm welcome, Grant. How's Wollongong treating you?
Suhas, I'm going to say how good it is to see you again.
Likewise, likewise.
Before Christmas was the last time, and it is so good to be back calling cricket, under 19 cricket. And what a fantastic facility we've offered up to these young cricketers. You know, I've lived in Australia all my life. I've never been to Wollongong.
Oh.
So it's been such a nice. I've heard that it's one of the nicest parts of Australia. And then you get to the ground and you look up and you see a backdrop which is just second to none. It's as good as Cape Town, isn't it? It's just magnificent.
I thought I could see Cape Town, sitting here in Australia. The hills are so similar. Big swing and a miss. That wasn't too far away from the outside edge as well. And I'll tell you what's similar to Cape Town is also this surface that's got so much bounce, pace. An absolute treat to play cricket on.
And wasn't that nice just walking out there and seeing this block? There'd be about 8 wickets in the block, and it is a wonderful cricket wicket. Really conducive to stroke play. Some lovely bowling here early by the Pakistani opening bowler. Some away swing. It's all in shape for what, 10 overs?
Oh yes, it's a 10-over shootout because of rain. We have a curtailed game, but that's not going to mar any excitement.
And I've noticed too, through the great social media posts, everyone follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, that the Pakistani Sultans have taken all before them so far. A couple of good wins.
Oh, terrific wins indeed, and well captained by Afzal, who seems to be doing it for the first time, but it didn't seem like that. To me, at least. Up in the air. Opportunity taken. There comes the first wicket. And as always, the Pakistani Sultans do not disappoint with their paces.
Just got a little bit inside. Leading edge. The ball landed just outside the circle, and in the end it was quite a simple catch, but none of them are simple, particularly early on. You want to get them 1 for none, 1 for 1, and that's the score. There's some good pace, isn't there, from this Pakistani side? You were saying earlier, Suhas, there been great pace, great carry.
Oh, absolutely. Love the carry. So many balls were thudding into the gloves of the Pakistani keeper.
Nice start by the Pakistani Sultans with only 10 overs to bowl due to the shortened weather condition that we have with the Australian Cricket League. Pressure on the top order of the New Zealand side. And we have a left-hander on strike.
It's become a ubiquitous sight. A genuine waft once again, but the keeper couldn't curtail it this time. So much space.
Yeah, gone through for buys. He's standing a long way back, the keeper. Now, the playing condition, is it only 2 out for 2 overs or 3 overs? We'll see. as the sun beats down on this beautiful ground and facility in Wollongong.
Because it's a T10 contest, your plans as a fast bowler of bowling 4 overs would also be changed. Not in great control, but lucky to still be there. That ball could have gone to hand. The fact that he decided to take on the pacer, that short ball, tells you something about the mindset with which the Kiwis have come out. Despite losing a first wicket, they want to keep the pressure on. Stay positive.
Yeah, that was a nice short delivery there. Just got big on him, and he was kind of almost through the shot, missed the pace of the ball. And lucky to still be there. How have the New Zealand side performed so far?
It was the first time seeing them yesterday, and the game went all the way to the super over, which I thought they were magnificent in the way they pulled things back to try and get to the super over in the first place. Unfortunately lost the super over, but really well captained by Mr. Kidd.
Nice to have a super over, hey, that would have been exciting.
Oh yes, it's the first. I think it was the first super over in ACL under 19 across years. Excellent. Look how short this batter is. Ryan Swain knows exactly which ball to play, which not to. He's one of those batters, despite it being a wide, isn't he one of those batters who still plays the shot as a part of shadow practice?
Yes, yes. When we batters, we see a lot of balls that we do a lot of shadow practice. And now Steve Smith, he's always doing it for hours and hours and hours on end. Nice action here.
Under edge.
Just missed timing, not quite getting the pace of this wicket early on, the New Zealand side. We only have two fielders out of the circle. Deep backward square and a deep fine leg are the two fielding positions outside the circle. Would suggest an up is probably the line. But as any left-hander will tell you, just off his toes and legs are going to be his wheelhouse.
Has been a little wayward today, Rafi. Not the line that he wanted to bowl. Length seems to be fine.
And I watched a great social media post, Suhas, on how the boys brought together the Pakistani side, and Harry was telling me that some travelled days to get to the trials, and the enthusiasm, the love for cricket, and then even slept in their cars waiting for the trial. You know, we hear these wonderful stories of some of these our Asian cricketers who are picked up bowling in the nets. You know, we've heard of them bowling to international players and then saying, hey, I think he might be good enough to play a higher level of cricket. And it was such a heartwarming story to hear of the trouble and just how keen they were to get to these trials. And this is the result of it. Look at this. We've got a side playing really well. It was a really heartwarming story.
And it's something which is going to pinch Rafi even more.
Yeah, it's straight onto the legs, onto the pads. Not ideal. particularly to left-handers. I haven't met too many left-handers who aren't extremely strong off their pads, off their legs. That line just outside off stump, full and outside off stump with the protection deep third man and the offside field. Now it looks like he's bringing deep square leg into the circle, so this would indicate a very much a reliance to bowl well outside off.
He's a very tall unit, the batter. So if you get it wrong, he will pounce on the opportunity. One bounce for
Suhas. That's exactly where he just came from. Now that's where you want the captain to walk up and say, you've seen our field placing, you've seen we've brought him up. The last place we want to be is even on off, because a good lefty will drag it to the onside. So on full, well outside. What he needs here, Suhas, I believe, is that sort of fifth stump line.
right.
Try and keep it on that offside.
In his defence, Grant didn't tell him fifth stump on which side.
That's right.
He was on the fifth stump line, wasn't he? Oh, it's got to be the second run that's on. One for the shot and one for the throw. That has to be tamed. Well done. The keeper never gave up. End of a very eventful over for Rafi. 17 for 1.
17 for 1 of 2 overs. Momentum build for the New Zealand side. And we'd also have a bowling limit, of course, given that we've been, I'd say everything's probably cut in half, isn't it? Half the number of overs, so probably 2 maximum for each bowler. And 2 overs. Let's see if we're into our third over, and the fielders out are deep third man and deep square leg to the right-hander. So protecting the square leg boundary and the deep third man boundary. So that's a leg side wide. Just when you can be trying a little too hard, you can lose your radar. But we've got beautiful conditions here at the moment. This oval is bathed in sunshine. Some threatening clouds not too far away.
So controlled.
Yes, that was just a nice little dabble, on the leg side, nicely controlled. You were saying that some of these, couple of these players played in the youth under 19.
Oh yes, the ACC under 19, the Asia Cup.
The Asia Cup.
Yes, one of them, the fast bowler who was practicing today, was a part of that side, didn't make it to the 11, but had met him in Dubai. And he was part of that camp.
Was that
just tells you the level that we're playing.
Was that number 15 with the size 15 shoe that you were saying?
No, not him.
Boy, oh boy, he's a big boy.
He would have been hard to miss.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's going to run away. Despite the man with the longest stride in the team trying to get there, the ball will win the race.
And that's leg side. The Pakistani side, I don't know if it's a plan, but they seem to be really honing into that sort of middle to leg stump. And yes, there is a little bit of protection on the leg side, but with most fielders in, bowling into the arc of the batter.
Oh, gorgeous looking stroke. Work to do for the fielder. We'll get 2 runs meanwhile. This thought of one for the shot and one for the throw seems to be working for the Kiwis.
So the Kiwis won the toss and elected to bat. I'd say that when I walked out there with you before, there's a little bit of moisture in the grass. And that may be making the ball a little bit difficult to hold as well.
It's a very surprising call indeed, Grant. Even yesterday, they won the toss and chose to bat first. Oh, that was quick. Not in control, but still picking up that single. Tells you how much the partner trusts him as well.
Oh, okay. So even in the dry conditions, they chose the toss and won the toss and chose to bat.
But they'd eventually had to chase if they had to win because of the super over.
Okay. How many runs did they score on the super over?
148 in the game. And in the super over, they were asked to score 7, if I'm not wrong. And they fell short.
Oh, wow. That's good bowling to save 7.
Oh, absolutely. It was equally good bowling by the Kiwis themselves because they took it to the super over because they defended 5 in the last over.
Exactly. One for 27. Kiwi Warriors. Swain. He's on 10 off 6. And Campbell, he's on 8 off 7.
Campbell will face the final ball of the 3rd over. Remember, the power play lasts only this much.
The partnership 27 off 13.
Umpire Frankie scooting across to the other side.
He looks like a character. Always
Yes,
in the game.
He loves to call himself Cranky Frankie. Not that he has a chip on the shoulder all the time, but he loves to call himself there for some reason. 3 gone, 28 for 1.
You know, sir, so I've failed to meet an umpire who isn't a character. Yeah, he's got.
Okay. Yeah, they have to accept so many shouts at them, not because they were wrong, but because it's the right of the cricketers to have a good shout and a good appeal.
You're right, aren't you? Yeah, they do get yelled at a lot.
Yeah.
They do get yelled at a lot. We cricketers, yeah, as you said, it's almost like a right to be able to shout at the umpire. Change of bowler. Now, let me just get my bearings. Southern end, northern end. So I'd say this is, yeah, looks like slower bowler coming on to bowl. Irfan, yeah.
Mohammad Irfan's picked up 4 wickets. And a slow left-arm orthodox has been magnificent to watch in a team that every pacer is acing the game. Is a spinner who's carving his own niche, making his own space.
I've been listening to your commentary in the last couple of days and loving it, Suez. So
thank you, Grant. But this is a better place to be in alongside.
You're very good. You're very good at it, and I love hearing your commentary, and it's insightful and it's spot on.
I'll tell you something that's even better. To have you alongside. What were you doing at home?
It is harder on your own. I would imagine. I'm pleased to be here with you. So left arm orthodox will be bowling over the wicket from the southern end.
Oh, that was struck really hard.
And we have our fielders out. Deep, long off. Deep, long on. Deep mid-wicket. Right-hander on strike. The deep square leg comes into the circle to a backward point. Deep cover. Plenty of protection. All the protection is on the leg side. And going around the wicket now to the right-hander.
He can't afford to be even marginally short. Despite a deep backward square, he'll go for it. Because Ethan Campbell's favourite stroke Oh, he jumps. That was seriously risky. 2 runs taken. It's great to see intent because it's a T10 contest. It's great to see intent early on.
That's the clash I love. Bowler to batter. Batter decides he's taking the bowler on. The bowler lands. Well bowled, Irfan. Tactical ploy by the captain. Bring the left armour on. Make the batter do all the work. Mid-over. Over number 5. Over number 4, is it? 4 or 5. Mid-overs.
He's a very tall lad, Ryan Swain. The reach is that much bigger. So as a bowler, you need to curb your length accordingly. What is a very good length for one batter cannot be for Ethan Swain. Ryan Swain, I beg your pardon.
Swain just hasn't quite got his timing correct in his innings so far. That looked like it was going to go long and big, square, toe end.
His camper's going to jump out. He does. Became a little predictable. And Irfan's too good to miss out on an opportunity this time around.
And Suez had a perfect line on that. I'm sitting right on that square leg popping crease, and probably one of the easier decisions our umpire's going to get today.
Yeah, wouldn't have been in the frame. 4 gone, 33 for 2.
Excellent bowling there by Farm. Tremendous control. Was very exact in the way he wanted to place his field. Was bowling to a plan. And I have to say that points, very definitely a points decision goes to the bowling team for over 4. Now we're in the middle over. Just a reminder, we've only got a 10 over innings here due to shortened match because some inclement weather.
Sam gets a go today with the bat in hand. But he's got to wait for his opportunity to be at the business end. Ryan Swain, 12 of 9 at this stage, with the help of 2 good boundaries, holds the key to a big finish at this stage for Kiwi Warriors. 33 for 2 after 4 overs. 6 more overs to go. Remember, it's a T10 contest now because of the rain. Yes, if you're Ryan Swain, you will sense that there is an opportunity for a run there, because for you, 22 yards is 4 strides.
Couple of posters down the wicket there. A flat bat down to mid-on. I think Swain's he's be looking for that one big over. He's the man that's in. He opened the batting. And now we have the new batter on strike, Sam McKee. Is he a big hitting Sam McKee? Let's see.
A very watchful Sam McKee has turned up in a T10 contest. A dot ball is worth its weight in gold.
I'd say he'd have to allow himself at the maximum only one sider, which he's now had. This one needs to go. Oop, and a bail is blown off too. So obviously we have some...
If both captains agree on a windy day, you can play without the bails. Who would know better than The lovely Kiwis from windy Wellington.
Well, we had that
Especially
down
the
in
captain.
Cranbourne too, remember? We
Yeah.
had to
Oh,
actually
yes.
take the bales off. Now this is an easterly, so it's coming from east to west across the ground. So that would be favouring the in-swinger from the bowler bowling from the northern end.
That was seriously quick.
And seriously good bowling because the length was spot on. Beaten, all ends up. That's the saying we've got in Australia. So, do you use that one?
Yes.
All ends up.
Yes.
All ends up. I wonder what it means. All ends up. It's a funny sort of. All ends up. Okay.
Oh, well, I thought he took it a little easy.
Yeah,
And
lovely.
I'm talking
bowling.
about the fielder here. I think Rafe, and not and not the batter himself, because he tried his level best to reach it. I thought the throw was slower, Grant.
Yes, it was. But the bowler might have done a little bit there to get back to the wickets. So that was close. Direct hit would have been very close. Righto, Spain. Here he goes. Eyeing off that leg side boundary. There it goes.
Work to do for Fine Lake. We'll get 2 runs. The throw also arrived with a couple of bounces.
And the Pakistani Sultans varying their deliveries very nicely. Just checking out, what game is this for this? Is their third or fourth?
Pakistan's third, and they've won 2 games out of 2.
And they're playing
Kiwis
like
play
that.
their second, and they're yet to win 1. That's pure class. Standing tall, putting it away straight down the ground. Doesn't have enough fuel to reach the fence. Swift hands as well.
Yeah, I think it just down the ground, keeping the fielders up and just bowling that short of a length. What's becoming apparent to me is they've got plans and they're sticking to their plans, the Pakistan side. That short of a length, not too full so they can't go deep and down the ground. And now looks like we have spin again from the southern end. Swain, 17 off 12. Striking at 141.
Rayan Farouk. It wasn't Rafi, it was Rayan Farouk with the throw that we were discussing moments ago. Now he's been given the ball in hand to try and pick up a wicket. So far, so good for Pakistani Sultans. They've been able to curtail Kiwi Warriors for 39 for 2 with half the overs done and dusted with. Remember, it's a T10 contest.
And this is some leg spin, some wrist spin. Love watching the wrist spinners in this T20 format. Just trying to land that first ball. No drag downs. So that was a quick first ball from the wrist spinner.
As a wrist spinner in this format, you must have practiced certain lengths. Do you think that needs to change now because it's a T10 contest and you're bowling in a different scenario altogether? You're bowling at a time where the batter will come after you a little more than what he would have in, say, the middle overs that you usually operate in.
That's right, because we're now 5.2 overs into this, so we're over halfway now.
The boundary balls have been kept at bay, and that's exactly why Sultans are succeeding. The Warriors searching for a break-free shot.
You're right, so as said, there's just the boundaries aren't ticking over for the Kiwi side. And we've had 4 balls so far and 4 different deliveries. Nice skill set shown by the bowler, just not allowing the batsman to get into their stride.
Got him. Something had to give. And in an attempt to search for that boundary, another one bites the dust.
And a beautifully flighted delivery there, above the eye line, threw it up. The batter's eyes light up, and if you're not quite to the pitch of the ball, then he actually ended up yorking himself there. Beautiful delivery, well bowled. And you could sense a confidence in the Pakistani Sultan side. That brings the new batter to the crease. Harry Kidd. Harry Kidd.
Captain of the side, Harry Kidd.
So he's got some time to do some damage. A competitive score, you'd like to think, would be
90.
Yes. Yes, you're looking at 9 and over, aren't you? You need some boundaries, the Warriors, the Kiwi Warriors.
They need to be scoring at 12 and over to get there, though.
And that's a lovely over. Plenty of flight, plenty of variation. Not allowing the batsman to get into a groove. And when you bowl like that, with that level of control, it means that you have to play every ball on its absolutely on its merits. You can't get into a rhythm. So that's a really nice over there, and I just feel that the Pakistani Sultans are well in control at the moment. But one big over can turn that around fairly quickly. But it needs to be big. Sam McKee takes strike. 3 runs off 6 balls. He'll be starting to feel a little bit of pressure. And here's our man with the number 15 with the size 15s. It's nice synergy. I like that. There's some nice synergy about that. He's a big, big fast bowler. Coming down it, he should get some nice bounce. Let's take a look at his field. Deep fine leg, deep backward square, deep mid wicket. Will be dropping short, I would say, because there's no protection deep and long.
The slower delivery. And he'll begin his ACL campaign with a wicket.
First game. First game, first ball. Wow. What a start. Those hands are like buckets, aren't they? Big mitts. He was standing under there, ball swirling around. But no, he makes it look simple. Well done. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali. It's famous. Muhammad Ali. Sam Payne comes to the crease.
Everything screams fast bowling about him, and he delivers a slower one. The batter gets in trouble because he didn't time it at all. Straight up in the air it went. And as Grant mentioned, bucket-like hands were waiting for the piece of leather to fall back.
If ever we dropped one of those back in my day, that you'd hear fine leg or someone yell out, "Throw him a sugar bag." So see if you can catch it in that. I got that call a few times to us, I'm afraid to say.
Australia can write a book on how creative can you be in sledging.
I think so. Did we invent it? We may have even invented it.
Oh, I don't know. Chances are yes.
Oh, no ball.
No ball. That
No
big
ball.
foot
The
of
big
his.
size 15. He has got a size 15 and he couldn't cut the line. Yes, and there's the umpire showing him. Oh, boy. They have a committee meeting. Mate, you've got size 15 shoes. Please cut the line because this should be a free hit. Have we seen the signal? Fielders must stay in the original field placements. Licence to go big. Sam Payne. And a wide.
The free hit will continue.
Free hit continues. He just lost his rhythm there. Yeah, there's the free hit signal. Just stutter steps during his run in there, which says he's not confident about hitting that delivery stride where he wants it. So what is he going to do with his mark? He's going to stay the same mark. Here he goes. Let's see if he hits better rhythm this time. Little stutter.
The length seems to be working.
Sam Payne would have been saying to himself, let's get some wood on this. Let's get some bat on this. I can't get out other than run out.
It's an interesting call to have chosen to bat first as well, I feel, because the bit of rain could have changed the surface a little bit. I asked Harry Kidd at the toss. He said that's all right. He had accounted for it. But the runs do not seem to flow.
He just chipped away there to the onside. Brings Sam McKee on to strike. And Sam, a little bit of pressure will be feeling a little bit of pressure here because only has 3 runs from 6 deliveries. We'll see if he uses his crease here. Maybe get down, try and change the length of the bowler.
Big swing and a miss. And it's been a very common sight.
Maybe I think I'd like to see them try and adjust the length of the bowler by maybe moving out of the crease a little. Maybe even moving well to the off. Just put a little bit more doubt in the bowler's mind. The bowler's being able to kind of land it according to the plans that they have. So I might be sending a message out to Sam McKee to say, Sam, you know, you got to maybe adjust your length, maybe bat out of the crease even. Just change him up, make him think about something different. No, the big bloke, he's just not in his rhythm at the moment.
At under 19 level itself, when you see such tall, well-built fast bowlers, it happened in the Asia Cup for Pakistan, the ACC under 19 Asia Cup in Dubai as well. You tend to wonder the growth spurts that happen very early for this generation. Cricket could benefit from it. Still not a boundary. Is it? Has it eventually gone past? Looks like it has. A little lackadaisical an effort in the deep. That could have been stopped, especially given the level that we are playing cricket here. 50 comes up for the Kiwi Warriors. It's a welcome boundary.
Yeah, we've got some conditions now for our, particularly for our, even for our open players, but for our underage players, sometimes they are very restricted on the number of overs they can bowl in a game. Sometimes they've even asked to withdraw from games if they feel like their load's been too much. Yeah, it causes a bit of consternation amongst the state associations.
Comes back to being the best. And with the fast bowler, because of that longer run-up and a follow-through, there's always a stare waiting at the end of the follow-through.
Oh, yes.
Muhammad Ali starts off by giving away 7 runs but picking up a wicket of the very first ball. 50 for 4.
4 for 50. McKee, 7 off 9. Payne, 1 off 3. Ali went for 7, 1 wicket in that over. The first ball he bowled. And now, looks like we're back to the leg spinger bowling over the wicket. We have plenty of protection long and deep, so he'll be looking to pitch up. Started with a fast ball last over. Not this time.
And will travel the distance. A full toss, as friendly as it gets. Now the sixes have also started to come by for the Kiwi Warriors.
And that's the first ball in his spell he hasn't landed. First 6 was spot on, and that one he went for the big loopy, but overpitched.
And, I think he's pouched it. That's a magnificent catch. Running towards his left, never losing sight of the ball. And in an attempt to get a 6 in a similar region, he's fallen.
And sorry, Svensson, what a good catch that was, going to his left. Had great awareness about where the ball was the whole way through the flight. A drag down as much as anything by the leg spinner. Not quite taken full toll of. And terrific catch out there at deep mid-wicket. The fielding team supporting the bowling unit. Great recipe for success. And the team ran to him then and said, great catch. We're with you. That takes us for 5 for 56. Catches win matches. Previous ball went for 6. That looked like it was going the journey. But well done. So deep, long off, deep, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, deep cover. Are the fielders out? 4 inside the circle.
He can still get to that 80 mark. That was quick. It's sometimes very funny when you see a man at deep cover go up in a peel first for an LBW.
Yeah, he's not exactly on the best angle. Mixing up his deliveries, isn't he? Like spearing that one into the first. It's exactly what you don't want as a new batter. Speared in first ball, second ball again quick.
Climbing onto that bat. Again a single. The spinners have bowled really well today.
I agree. They bowled extremely well. And I'm just wondering if the keeper got a signal then, because that was pretty close to a bouncer. nice and quick. And I see what you mean about the wicket. Isn't it playing beautifully, Suhas?
The boundary balls have been very few and far in between. And just as we say that, 2 more runs taken. 8 overs gone, 60 for 5.
And 2 for 14. What a terrific spell by the leg spinner. And that included 1-6. So the rest of his deliveries, 11, went for 8 runs. He'll be very pleased with that. Of course, if we invented sledging, I think the Asian continents invented spin bowling and the art and the craft of spin bowling. Not, of course, not just spin bowling these days. There's a lot more to it as the conditions and the types of wickets have maybe varied a little bit over there. I mean, so as you know a lot better than me, but now the all-round ability of our great Asian teams is making it so hard to beat. India coming out next year to Australia, next series, next summer. Looking forward to that.
I think we'll be in Perth at that time. This time.
First test. First test is in Perth.
No, the Boxing Day test, of course, is going to be in Melbourne.
Yes. Brisbane has got the 3rd test.
Right.
So Brisbane normally gets the first, or has, and for a lot of years got the first test, and now that Perth's got such a beautiful stadium over there against India, it could be, well, hopefully a sellout, and that's a 62,000 seat stadium, so it's magnificent. You'll have to go. You'll have to go and have a look.
62,000 seats being sold out for the longest format of the game augurs well for this. It augurs well for the future of cricket.
So Brisbane 3rd, Melbourne Boxing Day, and Sydney have a 5th test. But this is where the game's at the moment. 5 for 63 after 8.2. 10 balls remaining. 90. A reasonable target.
Oh. 1 for the over. And he's got done with that very early in the over.
And good thinking by the bowler. If it looked like it was well over his shoulder height, batter doesn't play at it, uses up a ball. So we've only got now 9 remaining in this innings.
Straight to mid-off, will pick up a single. Doesn't look like a death over at all.
Lovely bowling here. Usman Khan. Lovely little economical action.
Very
strong, whippy shoulder rotation, which gives him some nice speed. Loving this wicket. Would be loving these conditions. Great for bowling.
Should come back for the second. No, he's settling with a single. A rare miss by the keeper.
So that's good speed, isn't it? Very good speed.
Pakistani Sultans have become a synonym for speed. The fast bowlers are getting quicker and quicker as the tournament is progressing. At this stage, they can give even the seniors a run for their money. Yet to believe that there is a middle of the bat, Sam Mackie.
Yeah, no, Sam's timing's been missing. But back to your point about, I I love seeing the under-19 players in this competition when they graduate into that open competition. It's been fantastic because we had a couple down in Cranbourne, didn't we, that had graduated, and the experience they're getting playing in that open competition. Some of the balls that they bowl that they could get away with in the under-19s, they're just not getting away with in the open, which is all part of the education process, which is just fantastic, which speaks volumes to what we're doing here with the Australian Cricket League. Graduating, giving good young players a pathway into that higher level of cricket.
Well, absolutely right. And by the time they play cricket at that level, they're so matured and the diamond is absolutely polished.
Left arm around the wicket. Our left arm who bowled beautifully. Finish off. 6 balls. 5 for 64.
Spin for the final over. A dot ball.
Batter uses his feet, but he got jammed. Jammed down on the ball and it just trickled back up the wicket. 5 left.
Height, yes. Distance, no. Should be taken, no put down. Well, around the world, if there's one thing that's very common when you talk about Pakistani franchises, we say it's the raw pace. And I am really surprised that the fielding standards also seem to be the same. They has to improve. I think Shadab Khan at the highest level is a bright spot. Here 2 runs.
It's gone for buys. So
apart from him, I really don't see anybody making the cut for the best fielder.
5 for 70 the score. That's gone.
Good connection. And a good result as well. That's such a satisfying hit towards the end for the Kiwi Warriors. 70 runs have been touched.
5 for 76 is the official score. McCaslin, 13.
Should get 2. It's important that he farms the strike at this stage to play as many deliveries because he's reading this bowler better. Oh, Alex, can he find another boundary at this stage? Gather momentum. This should be taken. But it isn't. It's hit the boundary cushion on the full as well. And umpire Frankie has signaled 6. The perfect end to what the Kiwi Warriors wanted as far as this innings is concerned. 2 sixes in the final over. And they push the total past the 80 mark. 84 for 5 and it's game on.
Big finish there. 2 sixes in the last over. Will grab some momentum for the Kiwi Warriors going into their bowling innings. It's a long boundary out there. Would have to be at least 65 metres. And he made full connection and taken his team to 5 for 84, a competitive total now. Looking for around about 90 would be almost spot on. So 5 for 84. Good finish there by the New Zealand Warriors. McCaslin, 21, star with the bat. Batting at 6 or 7 for his team. McKee anchored that innings in the end. And have we got a score update?
Yes, Fraser Harding departed without dropping the score as Ethan Campbell's run about 11 was good resistance, but they needed more momentum at that time, the Warriors. And Ryan Swain's 18 did help them get that momentum. And Sam Mackey and Harry Kidd, both of them slightly below par when it comes to their batting prowess. The captain left early for just one today. Payne tried his best with his 7 of 5, and Alex, with a couple of big blows towards the end, was able to push the total past the 80 mark. 84 for 5 is what they've finished with, the Kiwi Warriors, and they believe is enough on a surface that's assisting spin a little more today for some reason.
The Kiwi Warriors, Pakistani Sultans yet to bat.
Oh, that's got to run away. And it's gifting 5 runs to the opposition. The Kiwis are magnanimous. It's been a professional performance by the Pakistani Sultans with the bat and with the ball so far in this tournament. They'll be backing themselves to get to the allotted, to get to the total before the allotted 10 overs. And as far as the Kiwi Warriors are concerned, early wickets are key. They've already got one. Ryan Farooq would be a big fish at this stage because he is someone who's got a taste of the Player of the Match award. Junaid Mir as well. So 2 men who are known for their batting exploits in the same jersey are batting together. In the air, wasn't too far away from the right hand. And now it's not going to be too far away from the boundary rope. Half a chance, perhaps.
What beautiful timing. It's like a short arm that hunched down the ground. It wasn't have a chance, but it would have been a terrific take. He was up to take that back. Lovely timing. With only 2 flippers out as a bowler, as a filling restriction early on, down the ground and in space.
Poor delivery. The idea was right, of course, to startle the batter with an extra bit of bounce.
What may have been a 6-ball over now has turned into a 9-ball over with the 3 extras. Match-winning total. So we're going to have to bowl well, feel well, and restrict the Pakistanis to the bare minimum.
False start. Mid-on and mid-off are taking a start. That's interesting. Oh, there was something on it. Yes, there was something on it. The finger has gone up. And the dangerous Junaid Mir is walking back for just 4.
Subash, this is commonly what we call a mixed bag. It's had some really good bowling, some wayward bowling, some good batting, and sometimes some not so good running between wickets. And now we're still in the first over and 2 wickets down now, 2 for 12, chasing a total of 85. And we're still going because this will be now a 9-ball over. So it should be the last ball. New batter on strike.
The Australians, I don't know about sledging, they also started the 8-ball over.
Does feel like this over's been going on for ages.
A fabulous carry. Love the rhythm and energy. The line has to be corrected though. Grant, about 3 months back, if I'm not wrong, we were discussing zoo animals on commentary. Dan, you and I. And then you taught me about fair dinkum and other phrases that I need to learn, do my homework so that I can. And I've been brushing up on them. Oh, almost carried. This could be trouble. And it is trouble indeed. But what does the umpire say? It's a negative nod. And that's what matters. The result is that the batter survives.
And I'm going to suggest the batter is lucky we don't have a slow motion replay there, because I think he may have made his ground, but the bat from our perfect side on position here was in the air. But benefit of the doubt goes to the batter. And what an over! What a first over! It had everything. As I said, a mixed bag. It had good bowling. It had wide bowling. It had wickets. It had run-outs. And it had 13 runs. So 2 for 13 after the first over.
Tap and run. This is literally stealing a run under the noses of the opposition.
It's interesting just to work through the mindset of the batter when they know they've only got 10 overs. They've still got to play each ball on its merits, and there's still value in turning the strike over and picking up that single and getting off strike. I really feel it doesn't matter what format of the game. It's just the first thing you want to do as a batter is get that first run.
Stealing a run under the nose of the opposition is one thing. It's quite another to earn that trust from the partner to be accepting the call for that run. Only then is it possible. Lot rests on Ryan Farooq's shoulders here. He is someone who's in form. Oh, well done. This is excellent captaincy by Kid. Having the fielders in the right position, creating pressure by attracting the batters to hit straight to the fielders and more dot balls.
2 fielders out with the fielding restriction. Deep backward square, deep fine leg.
Oh, that'll fly away off the edge. Will be a much needed boundary. I thought he deliberately sliced it.
Yes, he did, Suas. It was one of those throw the bat of it wide out, sort of off stump, and plenty of room in the air and plenty of space in the outfield down at deep third man.
Riley Bracewell. He's done and dusted with his over. He wants to come back with less pressure. Oh, this is a good shot. Should be 2 more. Despite that boundary, you got to sense the intensity increasing amongst the boys in black.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're definitely bowling to some plans. They've thought through how to control these early overs when you can only have 2 fielders out, and they're sticking to the plan.
Not his best delivery, will also trickle away for 4.
And just as you say it, you get a stray down leg side. Otherwise, a really nicely controlled over. 2 loose deliveries that went for 4 runs.
Pakistan need 85 runs as the target. 85 in 10 overs with the kind of batting prowess they've got. They would have backed themselves. 2 overs are done and dusted with. Pakistan have lost 2 crucial wickets. Something that the Kiwis are known for is to create a game out of nowhere. They can make a match out of nowhere. And they believe that they've got what it takes to keep the opposition under the pump, create opportunities thereby, and eke out a win by going over the line. They almost did so by dragging the game till the super over yesterday.
And now we have the left arm orthodox, so the slow bowler coming in from the southern end, taking the pace off the ball. 3rd over, which now means that the fielding restrictions have been lifted. Deep square leg, deep long off.
Starts off with a huge appeal. And while everyone was absorbed in the appeal, a run was pilfered. In the air and almost got a hand to it. That did reduce the pace on the ball, otherwise would have travelled to the fence. 2 more runs taken, but such an acrobatic effort. What the men in black are lacking right now is a little bit of luck that had to stick.
Yes, it would have been a fantastic catch. Just behind point, backward point. So the other fielders that are outside the circle, deep square leg, deep long off, no protection, deep long on.
And this time it's given. 3rd wicket down for Pakistani Sultans. And it's time now for them to officially find a new hero with the bat if they want to win the 3rd time. The Kiwi Warriors make a comeback. And can it be spin to win from here on, Grant?
Well, I think it certainly can, Suresh. I think you called it earlier that you're detecting a little bit more spin in the wicket to what you've seen previous days. So we're probably looking at maybe a 2nd day or 3rd day wicket. Regardless, I think spin is always in this limited over game because the onus is on the batter to really put the work on the ball. And the spinners these days bowl with such variety that it's very hard for a batter to get into any sort of rhythm or zone. So, good wicket there. The tail's up. The Kiwi Warriors have their tails up at the moment. They'd be thinking they're only 1 wicket away from really being on top of this game.
The fact that they didn't lose faith after that almost catch. Picking up a wicket in the same over putting Pakistani Sultans under pressure. Sultans do not know what it is to lose. Kiwis in search of their first win. This game is nicely set up, even though it's a T10 contest. We are not short of excitement.
Not at all. Game on.
The leg side hasn't been a hot spot for runs, and the reason we say that is because now a single taken, and the reason we say that is because birds have decided not to fly but make that real estate their own.
Yes, with the beach not being too far away, what a great spot. The beach is only about 400 metres away to the east.
Oh, got him! Straight, simple, boring a leaf out of their opponent's book.
And
Man with the magic arm.
the fast-paced delivery. Bowled at some speed. And doesn't that raise the energy level amongst the Kiwi side? And there's a lot to be said for having runs on the board. I know we kind of analysed why the Warriors would win the toss and bat. Well, something I would have done, I really would have done, because of the little bit of moisture that was on the ground after the last rain shower. But there's just some teams that are good front runners. They just like getting their noses in front, like getting runs on the board and protecting it. And that's the way this one's turning out at the moment. But as you say, Suhas, it's time for someone to step up and become a hero, a new hero for the Pakistani Sultans.
Now Harry Kidd is ensuring that every minute detail of that field setting is taken care of.
Yes, I agree. He's very precise. He stands up there. He commands a bit of a presence. He makes sure that he's making eye contact with his field, checking his field, getting his numbers right. Deep backward square, deep cover, deep long off, deep mid-wicket, other protectors on the boundary.
And that one will have enough pace to go for 4. Save your legs, save your legs. I think he realised a little later that it's trickled past the rope.
And Suhas, that was by, so because we're not end on, it's a little bit hard to see what actually happened there, but it may have gone between bat and pad.
This time really well kept.
Yeah, it's lovely carry, as you were saying. It's a really nice carry through this wicket, and the bowler certainly doesn't need to be spearing down leg here, because that will create a task for the keeper.
We'll come back for the second. No, not again. Every time I thought there was 2 on it, there actually isn't. So I shouldn't be calling in terms of runs.
Well, Suhas, I'm going to second guess myself if I'm up the other end with you at the moment.
Go for it, yeah.
Do you mind if I just sort of put my hand up and go, hang on?
Not at all. If you do that, because I'll be ball watching, we both
That's right.
would be at the same end.
That's well. But also, it just was a little bit hard to pick up the pace. Like, I agree with you. I thought that was 2.
Okay.
Because it was only just going to make it to the edge of the circle, but it was going a little bit more quickly than I originally had thought. I've got a theory, but I've shared the theory with you before. The team that scores the most 3s is the team that wins the game. And I don't think I've seen a 3 since I've been sitting here today. It means they're running hard, they're finding gaps.
off the shoulder of the bat and still a single.
That ability to turn ones into twos, twos into threes.
This ball, I thought this ball skid a little bit. This didn't behave like the balls that it usually behaved on this surface. Is military medium pace the way to go ahead then? Oh, direct hit could be trouble. Very surprised that he didn't choose the non-striker's end, because the batter had played a shot on the back foot. That means he will take that extra bit of time to get going for a run.
The Kiwis have got their tails up at the moment. There is good energy in the field. Very precise field placements by the keeper captain.
Ooh. Opportunity?
Yeah, may have been.
The keeper hasn't had the best day today, especially in this over.
Those ones either kind of stick or they don't when you're a keeper, but so the table, Pakistani Sultans, they would be on top with their 2 wins. Yeah?
Oh, yes. The table is still being formed as we get through this game. I think we'll have a table.
4 for 34, Tala and Sadiq. The 2 batters for the Pakistani Sultans.
Very measured in his shot making.
Wow, isn't that an interesting first ball?
This is going to be interesting from here on. 51-36 as this over began.
That was flight. Let's see if he goes again. No, digs it in.
Nice looking stroke will get him 2 runs. Afzal Sadiq is a captain who's been scoring runs as well. He's in the side as one of the fast bowlers. He realized that there are many other fast bowlers who are already doing the trick. Slides himself slightly up the order and performs a crucial 20 yesterday. 20 odd. That's a free swing of the bat. And that's still travelling. Such is his class.
And that's a lovely shot. Played more off the back foot, scooped it, followed through. Lovely shot.
Should be taken. Oh, that is a wonderful catch. The plan has worked. The fielder behind square didn't move an inch.
And there are fewer, more painful outcomes for a batter than after he's hit a beautiful 6 and he miscues the one down the leg. Hits it straight to back, short, backward, square leg, who takes a nice catch just above the turf, and he bangs his bat into his pad. So disappointed. So disappointed. Getting something started and then gave his wicket away.
There's never a right time to lose a wicket, but this definitely is a wrong time to lose a wicket. Gets that 6, was looking promising, turns out to be a flash in the pan. 43 for 5. And something that the Kiwis are known for is to claw themselves back into many a game. Even if you give them half an opportunity, they'll convert them into full-fledged opportunities to hurt you. And I love the constant coaching here by Ankur Vassi. Someone who believes in only intervening when required. has decided to send a message across every second ball in this over. Tells you that this is a crunch moment in the game.
And a crunch match.
Absolutely, yes.
Nothing.
And more you curtail the game, the pacier it gets. Less time for the captain to think. That's when a coach is going to be even more helpful.
Exactly halfway in the run chase.
Is it going to be spin to win? I'm asking you again, Grant, because things are changing rather quickly. This surface is not similar to what it was in the first innings.
Oh, great attempt down there. Long on. Didn't quite get it. One bounce 4. And that may be the little bit of luck that the Pakistani Sultans need. Five for 47 now. Extras 13 is a big number. Tala 4, Ali, Muhammad Ali 4. The big man with the number 15 and the size 15 shoes. I love that little stat. It just goes to show that he's coming from a very big height when he delivers the ball. Change of bowler. Now from the northern end. Pakistan Sultans have it all to do. We have a little partnership now to bring it all together. Tala and Ali, our bowler. Wow, Fergus, Kersby, McLeod. What a great name. You've got to turn out to be famous and good at cricket, or if you've got a name like Fergus, Kirby, McLeod. That's outstanding. Maybe some Irish heritage with the name Fergus. Bowling beautifully here.
Yes. His family is from Scotland.
Scotland.
And just like in the Scotland national side, we have Callum McLeod.
Oh, yes, it is a mixture, isn't it? Fergus and McLeod. McLeod, of course, is Scottish. Of course.
He's played a lot of cricket growing up, and he still is growing up. It's an under-19 tournament. Loves his cricket. Always plays with a smile.
Bowls nice away swing by the look of it. I mean, I am square on, but looks to be shaping away.
This could be risky. Decides not to throw the non-strikers in because the fielder subscribes to less drama.
And more control, I would say, because was probably, had he missed, the fielder backing up was on the boundary, so likely to be giving one away. And that brings Muhammad Ali onto strike. Big man. 2 balls, 1-4 already. And you've just got a feeling he's going to plant that big number 15 down the ground and follow through here.
Oh, superb stop. And also that dispatch. The backup arrives. This is such a marvellous piece of play.
Yeah, right from the little nice little glide into the gully to the pick up and throw.
Who said Kiwis can't fly?
Exactly. Oh, good call. Good call. Kiwi bird knowledge. Nothing you surprises me that you give me, Suas. That's fantastic.
Yeah, let's rewrite books of ornithology. Ah, classy hit. Control oozing out of it will ease the pressure. Doesn't have the fuel to reach the fence. But a denomination that Grant would be proud of. Was getting close to picking the third. But these dimensions allowed him only 2. 50 comes up for Pakistani Sultans. 51 for 5.
51 for 5. And how many overs we got there, Suas? Do we know it? I think the scoreboard's slightly out, so...
Yeah, 51 for 5 and 6 overs.
6 overs, so... 6 fours are 24 legitimate balls left. Target, 86. Current score, 5 for 51. Tala now on 7 off 11. Fergus, Kersby, McLeod finished his over, 1 for 13.
Now Ali with a big bat. Up against spin.
I have a feeling this square leg boundary is in significant danger. Look at him. Just taking a look at this leg side. Big mid-wicket shot on offer.
Soft hands, wants that single. And gets it.
Yeah, soft hands are nicely delivered. It was that slow that it nearly didn't make it to the other end. But how clever. Ali liking the pace and the ball so that he can drive and offer power, but had no other option there but just to dab it away for a single. Will this one be quick? Dot ball. Well bowled.
Fielder at deep mid-wicket comes at least 10 yards inside. Man in the deep should be able to take it. Will he? No! The ball flies beyond him. Didn't look like it'll have enough to go for 6, but such is the sweet timing of Tala.
Is that Fergus, Kisby, McLeod down here?
McSullen.
Found some difficulty there, was locating both the rope and the ball. Once he couldn't locate the rope, the ball was in play and going for 6.
Oh, refrains from the throw. There is a single that went unchallenged.
And brings Ali on strike.
What's cost the opposition, or what's cost the Kiwis more hurt is not Ali with a bat, but Tala. Ali's been playing with soft hands. Will that change? Now it does. Straight to the fielder. I'm very surprised that Captain Kidd decided not to throw, because I thought there was a throw that was waiting to happen, and Tala could have been in trouble had that been a direct hit.
Yeah, it wasn't going for 4 overthrows, that's for sure. Maybe 1. But wicket at this stage, that could be a game changer. So I can see why you're saying that. So the end of the over, that should leave us 3 overs. 3 sixes are 18 legitimate balls.
25 required in 18.
25 off 18 should be doable, you would think. Wickets in hand. More to your point there, Suhas, where maybe the throw.
Very surprised that the throw didn't come in. Very
Should have been on
surprised.
offer.
Lots of birds. Ooh, good ball. Lots of birds swooping towards the leg side, especially now. They're settling in.
Yes.
Because they believe that they understand that the game needs more sixes at this stage. They believe that it's scarier to be in the air right now than on the ground.
And, yeah, given that it's not golf, so we're not looking for a birdie.
We'll get that quiet single in because Thala has been more aggressive with the bat. He's a pocket-sized dynamo, isn't he? And the fact that he can go inside out and clear it all the way, go for 6, tells you something about his batting prowess. You look at Ali and say he's got the long levers, he'll hit the big shots, but it's actually Thala causing more harm to the Kiwis.
Yeah, it's just exactly what they needed. They just needed the calm, steady hand of Ali who's come in, and both of them are just playing within themselves. They're not panicking.
And he's completed the catch. A flying Kiwi once again. Puts in the dive as well at the last moment because the ball seemed to tip. But one thing was clear, that he's not going to hand back and stop a boundary because he knows how crucial this wicket is.
And that's an athlete right there. He did about 3 things within a microsecond. The pace, the direction, and the height of the ball he picked up in a split second. He anchored himself and threw himself forward at a critical time in the game to pick up the critical wicket of Thala, who was seeing the Pakistan Sultans through to, well, what was looking like a victory. The tables have turned again. The tide turns. And I'm very pleased for my man Fergus Kirby McLeod, who's picked up a wicket. Terrific piece of fielding. Gee, I'd love to see that again. Number 37.
Harry Lancaster. Rafe goes big and Rafe gets it. The 6 that they were dreaming of. What a way to announce your arrival, Rafe.
What a first ball strike that was. Kirby McLeod does nothing wrong. Full. He has protection deep, but he had to be standing over the fence to pick that one up.
Second would be very, very tight.
When is the next big moment in this game? We've just seen one. Lancaster. Yeah, there's a bomber called the Lancaster Bomber. Famous warplane. And that was a really, really good catch. Let's take a look at where the gaps are Deep mid-wicket, deep long on, mid-off, back into the circle. So if he pitches up, full on off, there's no protection deep. I mean, now there is. Now there is. Mid-off, going back. And he looks like a straight player, so I think that's a good move. Well bowled.
The perfect way to finish the over. Even though the batter was deep inside the crease, a dot ball. 68 for 6. A dot ball, and the ball was bowled too full.
And I think we're down to the last 2 overs.
17 required.
Of 12.
Of 12 balls, indeed.
Very doable. Except we're getting into the lower order. 17 off 12. Let's count them down. Left arm orthodox into the attack. Alex McCaslin only went for 4 runs off his first over.
Oh, Vassi has decided to roll his arm over.
It's out.
Was on the back foot while he played this. Finger that matters has risen.
I know I'm side on, but that looked out from here because height was perfect. Looked like it was going towards the stumps. Advantage, Warriors. Who's the bowler? Sorry.
Vassi
Picks
up a wicket. First ball.
Is Alex Vassi, is it? No.
Just moments ago he was in the deep. They love to call Vassi Gary. And I don't need to tell an Australian what happens when you call a spinner Gary.
That's right. Do you know how he gets the nickname Gary?
Uh-huh.
Do you know how he gets it?
How?
There's a famous AFL footballer called Gary Lyon.
Oh, I see.
Because he's Nathan Lyon, then...
Okay.
Yeah. Gary played for Melbourne, and I don't know if Nathan Lyon is a supporter of the Melbourne Demons, but that's how he gets it anyway. He gets it. The famous footballer Gary Lyon.
Quicker. That seems to be the order of the day, especially when the batter is expecting it to be slow, loopy.
And so far, this is the over of the match. Now, I hope I haven't put the kiss of death on him here, but what a good over.
Oh, that should be gone. Yes, it's missing a bail. 2 wickets for Vassi within a span of 3 balls. And Pakistani Sultans are committing harakiri here.
And Vassi, what an over. The captain brings you in. Like, I've got no doubt that they think through who are the best death bowlers in the team. And whoever came up with Vassi has come up with a masterstroke because he's outstanding. You couldn't get much better than this over, being the penultimate over of the innings. 2 wickets, bowling stump to stump, varying pace.
Overcast conditions with the wind bellowing. A bit of rain, a tinge of green on the surface. Can't get any close to home for the Wellington boys, especially.
Exactly. Yeah, good call. And to finish off, he spears one in just down the leg. He's got one more, has he? My thinking is he's not going to throw this up either because he wants to finish off what's been a fine over. Ali on strike.
He's seen a lot of damage from the non-strikers, and Ali has to go for the fence. Has to clear the fence.
Has to. You're dead right. This has to go for 6.
They're also in a danger of being bundled out, remember. Pakistan. But they got to be positive. No elevation there. And will land in the lap of the fielder. 3 wickets in an over. Turns it around as Vassi.
A 3-wicket penultimate over to Vassi. The Kiwi Warriors are high-fiving. They're all running in to congratulate both he and the catcher. And that's the end of Muhammad Ali. I was very impressed with the way he batted, but he was very controlled. As we said, that ball had to go the journey. He tried to achieve that. Just came up short on this occasion, and advantage big time, Kiwi Warriors.
$16 needed in 7 balls. 3 wickets in an over with a ball to go.
Boy, this over's been going for a long time.
And now for a number 11. He's decided to allow him to cut the ball if he wants. Oh, what an over. What a turnaround. Carnevale wants that single, but the problem is only he wants that single. And with this, the Pakistani Sultans are bundled out. The Kiwi Warriors pick up their first win. They had a dramatic first game, but they went back to the drawing board and believed that they can still be in the tournament. All it takes is to put their best foot forward. And that's exactly what they did. With almost the same personnel, they pick up a win. They had to make 3 changes, and those were made very tactically to suit the conditions on this particular day. And things augur well now for Harry, Kidd and Co. What a game.
That sounds like a brand of apparel. Harry, Kidd and Co. That's excellent. I think that you're dead right. I think you're so right. That's given an amazing confidence to the Kiwi Warriors. What it says to me is that they had a plan. Their plan was to get out there, bat, get runs on the board, and then we'll defend. And we'll do that by bowling well, bowling good lines and lengths, and supporting our bowlers in the field. I was pretty impressed with the captaincy, actually, of Kidd. He was well and controlled. He really was very precise with his field placements. And look, they'll learn from that, the Pakistani Sultans. There's no such thing as a loss if you don't learn from it. Only is if you don't learn from it, which I think they'll do. So they'll go back, they'll have a sit, they'll have a talk about what they need to do to make sure that they nail these run chases. They had a couple of really sort of low, slow middle orders there, middle order run accumulations. And they'll want to sort that out and fix that up. Big win in the end to the Kiwi Warriors. The Pakistani Sultans will live to fight for another day. Look forward to our next game, Australian Cricket League.
Kid. Welcome to the post-match presentation. Well, this was quite a game actually. A T10 shootout as it eventually had to be because of a rain curtailed game, but we still had equal amount of fun. The Kiwi Warriors taking on the Pakistani Sultans. The Warriors winning the toss, choosing to bat first, and today win-defying their decision by defending a good total indeed. Without further ado, let me introduce you to the post-match presentation party. To give away the player of the match very, very soon is Marianne, and all female cricket that you see in Illawarra has to be going through the lovely Marianne. Thank you so much, Marianne, for being here and the continued support for ACL Under 19.
You're welcome.
Let's talk to the captain who came second, Afzal. This game was a big learning curve. Very different template. और आज क्या नया चीज आपको सीखने को मिला?
I think पहले तो मैं उनको क्रेडिट दूंगा कि they played very well. तो हम सेकंड पे आए, लेकिन इसमें काफ़ी लर्निंग्स हैं. इंशाल्लाह अच्छा करेंगे नेक्स्ट.
गेंदबाजी आपकी अच्छी है, लेकिन एक T10 मैच में आपकी पूरी बैटिंग इस तरीके से एक्सपोज हो जाना, ये क्या एक खतरे की घंटी बन सकती है और जल्द आपको ठीक करनी पड़ेगी?
आई थिंक बन तो सकती है, लेकिन हम इसको बेहतर करने की कोशिश करेंगे नेक्स्ट गेम में इंशाल्लाह.
Well, and finally, what do you think about the batting in terms of who to send ahead? Could you have done something differently? Because this is a total that you would usually chase down.
I think we were just trying the different combination for the big games. So yeah, that's fun.
Well, hard luck today, but all the best for the next one.
Yeah, thank you.
Afzal, the captain who came second. Let's chat to the winning skipper, Harry Kidd. Well, congratulations, Harry. The plan did work. A tinge of green, sun playing hide and seek, and the wind bellowing. Must feel home.
Yeah, it does feel like home. We're used to this in Wellington, New Zealand. It's very windy there, but obviously the pitch is a bit nicer here, so that's why I chose to bat first.
You chose to bat first and windify the decision as well. What do you think of the total that you posted? Could be a little below par as well, because there were times where you felt you could have capitalized better.
Yeah, I think going into it, I was thinking 80 odd would be a good total for us. I think that's something that we could have defended, and we did. I thought Pakistan played really well though. One of their bowlers was very fast, and then a few good batsmen who could hit some big balls, so yeah.
And some of your spinners are also very fast. A word on Gary?
Yeah, Gary was outstanding today. That's the first time I've seen a fifer in 2 overs, so yeah, it was crazy to watch.
Finally, you had packed your bags and come here for a T20. You realize it's going to be a T10 game. A lot of tactics change. It does help as a captain as well to have a coach who's constantly letting you know that the plans could change and this is what you can do in crunch moments.
Yeah, Anka's been great from the sideline. He's always chewing my ear off, so he's been good though. Obviously the T10 wasn't the ideal format for us, but I think we adapted quite well. The bowlers are outstanding and the fielding was probably the best that we've had so far out here.
It's an incredible turnaround in a single day. Marvelously captained as well. All the very best for the next one.
Thank you.
The winning skipper, Harry Kidd. Now let's give away some silverware. I request Marianne to be ready with this trophy. And it has to go to one man who single-handedly turned it around in the penultimate over. Where are you hiding, Gary? A fifer in a T10 contest. That trophy belongs to Gary. There's something about Australia and spinners named Gary, it seems.
Yeah, they're all good.
They're all good, indeed.
All good, yeah.
Now, what did the captain tell you for this particular game? Suddenly a T10 shootout. Did you know early on these are the overs you'd be earmarked to bowl?
No, I didn't. It was just like a decision on the field, and I was just told to vary my pace and like bowl quicker ones. and like not trying to like get them playing across.
Talk us through some of the variations that you've got, especially to batters who've got a longer reach.
Yeah, so I'd usually first few balls I was bowling them slower ones, and I would like dart one in and bowl an arm ball, which I actually got swinging in as well. So I got a couple of my wickets because of that, and then I'd bowl one that turns in as well.
You couldn't have thought of a fifer at the start of the over.
No, I was definitely not planning on getting one, but I was trying to get my overs.
In a T10 contest. That trophy belongs to Gary. There's something about Australia and spinners named Gary, it seems.